Hello guys, welcome to one more video concerning to Still.js. In this one, we are going to discuss about template logic, which is also control flow. And actually, this one will be divided into two. And for this one, we are going to cover the four, and those are the different subtopics: nesting, loop index, conditional formatting, conditional loop rendering, partial DOM updates, and item deletion. So that said, as usual, I have this folder that I created previously. So I will now do still init to start or to generate a new project. The project got generated. Now I will do still serve to run the project. So it is running. I'm going to go to the browser, localhost, and here we are. Now I'll go to our home component. I'll get rid of this template. So we are going to use the HTML file and also constructor. I don't need it. Now I'll copy and paste, and remember, same name and extension HTML for the template. I will get rid of this. And now we are going to need some data that is needed for um, this tutorial. Actually, I'm going to come in here. I'm going to copy from the uh, documentation itself. That's the data I need. I'll copy this guy, and I will now go back to the code, and on the component, I'm going to paste it. So this is a hierarchical data. So we have, in this case, different levels. This is the CEO, which has some children's, and every children also has its own children and so forth. So this is a state variable, which I will annotate with type, um, and this is going to be list state of array, and this is because it is receiving or it is being assigned with an array, like we can see here. Now I'll save it. Now I'll go to the template itself, and here I'll just create a div, and now I will like use an ordered list, and in here is where I'm going to use my for loop. I will say level in, this is our data source, and we have to say this and the data source name. We also need to close the for loop, and in here I will say, or I'll have the list item, which is I will go to the level, which is this variable, and I will say title. What we are doing here is we are coming in this first level and we are grabbing the title. I'll go to the browser and I'll check. Here we are. I'll just add some margin so things don't get sticky and at the top and left margin, I'll say 20 pixels, save it. And here we are, we can see the bullets. Now, in here, what I'll do is I will create another unordered list. And inside here, I'll have another for loop. So I'll say level one in level. This is now our data source for the second level of the loop. And I will say and for, and in here I'll say uh, I'm going to go to the level one, type and pick the title again. By the way, this is wrong because on level one we also need to pick the children. I mean, we need to pick the children from the level one, um, which is uh, something we have to do from here, children. I'll save that, go to the browser, and here we are. You can see level one and the two level twos, which are vice presidents, and we can check on the data just to make sure Okay, this is the CEO, and the children's are these and these. So both are vice presidents. So now I'll go in here and I'll say for this one again, I'll say um, again another list for again. I'll say sub level. I can name it whatever I want. In I will go to level one, children, and I'll again uh, close the loop, and I will in here I'll print again from the sub level, which is this variable here. I will again pick the title. So this is according to the data we have in there. Um, and here we are. Now let us see. Uh, this is the nesting thing. So now let us see the loop index. So how can we grab the loop index? We have this. We have to put comma, and we have this count variable or constant that needs to be assigned to any variable I want. I create any name I want, and I just need to assign with the count. And now I will come in here and I will print the IDX, and let me check on that. And here we can see. So we only have one top level. So what I will do, I will tweak my data a little bit. So I will remove this uh, top level. Let me do like this. Yeah, now I'll save. I'll go back. Okay, now we are good. We can see 0, which is for the first vice president, and 1, which is for the second vice president. And now let's see the conditional formatting. For example, we can see we have some engineers. What I will do is I will come in here and for formatting, uh, I will go in here because this is where the engineers are being printed, and I will say style, uh, and I will grab the level title itself, and I'll say if uh, we have engineer, then it will be green, the color. Otherwise, it will be just the regular one, which is black. Okay, let's go back. Let me refresh something. Okay, maybe I didn't engineer. Yeah, I spelled it correctly. That's the proper place. Engineer, uh, sub-level one, title. Yeah, we should be good. Yeah, let me come in here. Maybe I think it's the color. Green is fine. Okay, it's missing the color here. Let me go back, and here we are. Now let's see um, the conditional loop rendering. So I'll grab the same condition I have in here, actually, like this, and for that I have to use the uh, if, and I have also to end if. I'll say so if there is engineer, then doesn't show. If it is not engineer, it show. Now we can see we are good. Now, uh, I mean, next point is partial deletion. So for that, we need first to get um, to have an ID for every single item, and this ID needs to come from the data itself. It can't be the index from the loop. So for that, I'll come in here and I'll set the ID for this one will be 1, and the ID for this one will be 2. I'll save it, and I will have to bring it in here only the top most um, item of our loop is the one that needs to have the ID for this operation. So, and I will go to the level, uh, ID should be good. This is the first part. So the second part is the operation of deletion or updating itself. So I will create here a method which I will call update uh, node. And for that, first thing I'll do is I'll grab the data itself, which is on the uh, organization data dot value, because that's a state variable. And in here, I will say I want um, to grab the first element, and I want to update the title to a new uh, title. And I want also to come in here, and I want to update the first children of the first element of the the vice president, and I want to update the title as well. Uh, I will come in here, and I'll say, uh, I'll go to the children, and I'll say senior engineer manager. I'll save it, but I still need to go to the organization data, and I have this update. And in here, we have to pass the array of every single element we want to update. So uh, this should be good. Now I will create a button to call this method in here. Um, I will create this button, update node, and in here, I'll say on click, call me this guy. So this should be fine. Let me go to the browser again, and I'll press, and we can see the new title is there. But this one didn't change. I don't know why. Something I've done wrong. Let me check on that. Um, yeah, this should be good. Okay, it should be children, first children in this case. Now we should be good to go. I'll save it. I'll go to the browser. I'll test it again. I'll press, and here we are. Now, for the deletion is a little bit similar, but um, we we have to go again to our organization data source, and we have to pass an array with every single element we want to delete. In this case, I know the ID is straight. I will say I want to delete the second one, or the one that has the ID 2. Uh, we should be good. Now I'll go to the browser again. I'll press, and here we are. Guys, this is it for this tutorial. On the next one, just to give you an idea ahead of time, we are going to talk about the if, which is in this case top level if, and also the inline expression. Thank you guys. See you on the next one.